Hey, Popeye are the latest.
Greetings viewers and subscribers. So in today's journey, we are still in the town of, we are in Lucea, in the parish of Hanover. We are heading up to the Noel Holmes Hospital. Sit back, relax and drive with me. And for the people from Lucea or surrounding areas who have not been in your town for many years, yeah man, we are driving through your town. Look around and look at the changes. You remember you used to have the Cliff Theatre? Just look around and look at the changes. Most of the buildings, the Chinese are now occupying them. Yeah man, for real. Most of the supermarkets, if not all the supermarkets in Lucea, are being run by Chinese. But they're employing Jamaicans. Another day I address that because a lot of people, they burn out the Chinese and say the Chinese, them this and that and them a take over and this and that. But why is it that when black people are run some supermarkets, mainly supermarkets, it run down? But when Chinese are run it, it stand up. You ever ask yourself that question? Just look around and look at some supermarkets that our same people used to run and how it run down. And since the Chinese them take it over, how things are going. And it's not like say the Chinese them a kill nobody or them a pay nobody if they kill nobody because them want them business to grow. It's not that. But you know what? One day, I'm going to be addressing that. So, on to the news. We are learning that fire, it damaged a section of the Salmon bakery in Montego Bay in the parish of St. James. Now, the Salmon bakery, it is right at the intersection of South and St. James Street. Our information is that yesterday, Sunday, May 29th, 2022, about 1:30 in the afternoon, residents, they saw fire coming from the building. The police and the fire department, they were contacted. We are told that the Montego Bay Fire Department, they responded and it was observed that fire was coming from the back of the building. It was also discovered that an oven was on fire. So, most likely, there is where the fire caused from. The fire personnel, they were able to extinguish the blaze before it spread further. So, for all of you who always a quarrel say, firemen, they only do cooling down operation. Let's hope you big them up this time. This fire was in the heart of Montego Bay. So just think for a moment. Think for a moment the type of catastrophe it would cause if the fire had spread. We are told that the damage to the bakery is estimated to be over 200,000 United States dollars. We are almost sure that this building, it was insured. Now, in this next incident, we are learning that there was a major motor vehicle accident right in the vicinity of Bush Doctor along the Lillyput main road in the parish of St. James. This accident, it took place on Saturday, May 28, 2022, about 2:30 in the afternoon. We are learning that a blue Toyota Hiace minibus, it was loaded with passengers. It was traveling from Falmouth direction, heading towards Montego Bay. A white Toyota Mark X motorcar, it was traveling in the opposite direction. It was heading towards Falmouth direction. We are told that this Mark X, it was racing with another motorcar. We are told that the driver for the Mark X, he overtook a line of traffic and boom, it collided into the Toyota Hiace minibus. As a result of this collision, the Toyota Hiace, it overturned, swerved off the road into a palm tree, uprooting the palm tree and landed on its top. At least 17 persons who were in this Toyota Hiace minibus, they all received injuries. Thankfully, so far we haven't gotten any reports of anyone dying. And let's hope that everyone stays alive. This accident was all because of a careless and a reckless driver. Officers, let's hope that you throw the books at this idiot. Ah boy. Now, this incident, it took place at Turbo Garage at Lower Darliston in the parish of Westmoreland. Our information is that the owner for the garage, he had 2 cars parked in the garage that he was working on. One of these cars, is a silver Nissan AD wagon and the other one is a silver Honda Accord motor car. We are told that the owner, he locked up the garage Saturday night, May 28, 2022. He locked it up using a chain and padlocks. All 8 wheels were on both motor vehicles. The next morning when the owner returned to his place of business, Sunday, May 29th, the 8 wheels were missing from both vehicles. We are told that the value of the 8 rims and tires are estimated to be over 600,000 Jamaican dollars. Ah boy. Now, listen to this story. On Saturday, we brought you a story. We told you about that female on your screen. Her name is Rochelle Glaze. Rochelle, she was only 26 years old and she's the mother of 3 children. Rochelle, she's from Burnt Ground in the parish of St. Elizabeth. We are told that her mother still lives there. Rochelle's father, he's living at West End in Negril. So, Rochelle, she was living in Negril for a while. She would go to St. Elizabeth sometimes. Rochelle, she left Negril on Saturday, May 21, and she went to Runaway Bay in the parish of St. Ann. Now, we are learning that this was not Rochelle's first trip to St. Ann. It is said that from time to time, she goes there to do business. We are told that Rochelle, she rented a room at Runaway Bay. This room, she used it to do her business. Are you picking up? You're not picking up? Well, guess what? A family is grieving. So we don't want to be too explicit, although the truth must be told. When we carry some of these stories, it's for persons who are alive to listen to them and learn from them. So Rochelle's sister and the landlord for the room that Rochelle rented, they became concerned when 2 days passed and they didn't see Rochelle. The landlord, he stated that Rochelle normally checked with him every morning and paid her rent. The room that Rochelle rented, she had rented it to pay on a daily basis until she was ready to leave. We are told that Rochelle's sister and the landlord, they went and checked on the room, but Rochelle was not there. The sister had collected some money from a remittance service a few days before, and she had given Rochelle 40,000 Jamaican dollars. That 40,000 Jamaican dollars was found in the room. As a result, the sister filed a missing persons report at the Runaway Bay police station. The police, they began investigation, and the investigation, it led them to a bar named Off the Road Bar in Runaway Bay. We are told that the surveillance camera system was checked and Rochelle, she was seen leaving the bar with a man. The police tracked down this man, picked him up and brought him into police custody. This man, he was questioned and we are told that he gave the police certain information. We are told that based on the information received from this man and other persons, a team of police officers, they carried out a search at Cardiff Hall in St. Ann. We are told that bloodstains were seen at an unfinished house. The police, they widened their search and they discovered a shallow grave with the body of Rochelle partially buried in the grave. Her throat was cut. So, this murderer who is in police custody, he will be charged for the offense of murder. Now, 3 children are motherless, and this was all because of the choices their mother made, as also a hoodlum who decided that for whatever reason, he's gonna take her life. Sad indeed. Condolences to the family and friends of Rochelle. She did not deserve to die this way. Now, this next incident, it took place at a place named Ice Cream Shop in Mount Salem in the parish of St. James. It took place last night, Sunday, May 29th, 2022, about some minutes after 8 o'clock. Our information is that a man, he said to be in his mid-40s. he had gone into a shop in the area where he purchased something. Whilst this man was leaving the shop, he was confronted by a hoodlum armed with a gun. This hoodlum, he opened gunfire at this man. The man, he managed to run off, and the hoodlum, he made good his escape. It was then realized that this man, he was shot. He received gunshot wounds to his right foot. This man, he was assisted by residents to a nearby hospital where he has since been admitted and treated. The mayhem. So let me ask you something. Have you hit on the like button as yet? You have not yet hit on it? Oh, you hit on it now. Since Papa remind you. So what I must do? Remind you every single day. And that me fi do? Okay, no problem. Come in and stop reminding you. Yeah man, keep on hitting on the like button. And if you are here and you have not yet subscribed to the channel, we are now over 95,000 subscribers. Remember, hit on the subscribe button, as also hit on the notification bell. Then click all, so that whenever we upload a new video, you will be the first to be notified. Now, in the final story for today, we had missed out on this one. This incident, it took place early Thursday morning. Thursday, May 26th, 2022, about 6:30. It took place at Yarkbush in Mount Kerry in the Anchovy Police area in the parish of St. James. Now if you look on your screen, that is a younger and an older photograph of the same person. His name is Devard Brissett. He was popularly known as Nick. Now, Nick, he was 36 years old and he lived at the same place, Yarkbush in Mount Kerry. Now, our information is that Nick, he was at his home when he was approached by a lone hoodlum who was armed with a gun. We are told that the hoodlum, he fired several shots at Nick. Nick, he managed to run off, but the hoodlum, determined to take the life of Nick, he chased Nick, still firing at him. Nick, he collapsed and fell, and the hoodlum, he made good his escape. We are told that residents of the area, they assisted Nick to the Cornwall Regional Hospital, but by this time, it was too late. Nick, he was pronounced DEAD on arrival at the hospital. We are told that Nick, he received gunshot wounds all over his body. The police, they were informed, and when they processed this crime scene, a number of 9mm pen shells were recovered from the scene. The mayhem continues. Blessed love, everybody.
Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend about Papa Newslink and PNL Blog TV. Like, subscribe and share. Quicksilver sing, if we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, Jamaica live in unity. If we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, Jamaica live in unity. Hey, crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. I coulda sunshine or rain. Jamaica, no problem, no pain. Rude boy them no out can't tame, but me want me country back. Give me country back. To the street and the lane. Everybody them start complain. Bloodshed, what a shame, but me want me country back. Give me country back. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Jamaica, Jamaica, the land of the sun. Jamaica become now the land of the gun. East and north and south when me turn. Country and town, man a pay blood a run. Murder, don't you baby me hear them a murder. Cut it out, tell them no gonna further. Man a dead like cans and bird, yeah. Who no listen them a word, yeah. Jamaica.